Okay, so Khaeldyn and I are here to walk through the callouts for Nepal Sanctum. Hello.
Greetings.
So the first thing to note when you're looking to do callouts for Nepal is that up here to the left we have a mountain, and down here to the right we have a cliff. Let's look. There it is. It's a cliff. and as you, I'm sure, know, Nepal, like the other King of the Hill maps, is a mirror image, so our enemies have the same kinds of structures that we do. So when we're referring to any of these structures, we're going to refer to ours as the ones that are on the side where we spawned, and theirs for the spawn where the enemies, or for the side where the enemies spawn. So coming out of spawn, we have this brick-looking sort of path here. This path is going to be called the statue path, and it will continue until the entrance to the temple up there. Over here to the right, we have the cliff path, this brick path here. And then up to the left, we have the mountain path, which starts there and continues to over there. The mountain path is interrupted partially by this building, which almost nobody ever uses when we play, at least. But we're going to call this the outbuilding on the rare circumstances where we need to refer to it. So let's head inside. So as we enter here, remember that we had the mountain on the left and we had the cliff on the right. So you'll notice that when we go into the point, it sort of mirrors the outside really well. We have the cliff sort of on the right side and we have the mountain kind of on the left side. So you can use that to keep your bearings inside here. So in here there aren't that many distinguishing things we need to refer to. One notable thing is these great platforms up next to the point, which Khaeldyn will demonstrate for us. Those will be called the point platforms. So Khaeldyn is on their point platform, and now he is on our point platform. And now if we go back behind where he is standing, we have a great room that is going to be called Above the Back Room. And the reason we'll call it that is because it is obviously above this room right down here in the back of the point.
I'm taking the objective.
So that's the back room, and that is above the back room. The only other notable feature here is if we go to this exit here, this sort of neutral exit, this is called the Cliffside Landing. and so we rarely need to refer to this, but if you need to, it's the Cliffside Landing. And there we can see the cliff path, that's their cliff path, and our cliff path. So that about covers Nepal Sanctum. And now let's move on. Now let's move on to the next round.
Hello.
So, as you'll notice, just like Nepal Sanctum, up here we have a mountain above us, and if you look down to the left, we have a cliff down below us to the left. So, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this path, this area right in front of the gate to the point, because we don't do a lot of talking about people here. However, we do have two ways of referring to this. We have two paths. The mountain path, which Khaeldyn is on right now, and then also the cliff path, which Khaeldyn will demonstrate. So that's the cliff path. So let's head over through the gate closer towards the point. So as we get in here, obviously we have the point itself right in there, and also above the point, the second floor area. And where Khaeldyn is now standing, we're going to call this the bell platform because it has these great bells. Here's a bell, and over here is another bell, but it doesn't ring, which is sad. And right there where Khaeldyn's standing, that we'll call the shrine, just as a point of reference if someone's near it. So let's head over to the other side of the point. Oh yeah, and this side I just stood on is the bridge right here. That's the bridge. If we come back here, you'll notice that in the first floor of this building, if you look inside, it has stalls and hay and troughs. So we're going to call this the barn. And it's a great place to have a disco. And above the barn, we have the loft. And fun fact, this appears to be where Genji lives, because here is this great photo and a bunch of Japanese stuff. Now if we go out behind the barn, there's a little water tank over here on this side. This is going to be called the Barn Landing. And just as in the previous map, because everything is symmetrical, this will be their barn landing from where I spawn, and this will be our barn landing from where I spawned. And I believe that is all about Nepal. Let me just check my notes here. Yes, I believe that's it. So those are our abbreviated callouts for Nepal Village. So let's head to the last one. We're not going to spend too much time on the places that are outside of the main gate area where the point is, but let's look up. Just like with the other Nepal maps, we have the mountain on the left and the cliff on the right. So right now, Khaeldyn is on the mountain path, which goes from the spawn, you know, over towards that gate. Now, on the cliff path, on the other side, which Khaeldyn will show you, so that's the cliff path. So let's head over to the gate and talk about the more interesting parts of this map.
The objective is mine!
Just in time.
Okay, so in here, obviously we have the point. Over on the cliffside, we have this health that we're going to call the Cliffside Landing, which mirrors a really similar spot in the Sanctum map. So obviously it's on the cliffside. Now if we go to the opposite side of the point, over towards the mountain, we have this little building here that we're calling the Shrine. We had a similar building in Village. And so consequently this flat place is going to be the Shrine Landing. The other main point that we would probably like to refer to a lot is this building right here. You can see if we go inside that it has all these books in it. So this is the library. And just as before, we're gonna use the system of saying ours and theirs for similar points. So Khaeldyn is in their library, and back here is our library from where we just spawned. Also, on the second floor of this building, this will be the upper library, and it'll also have the library landing, which is this outside portion right here. So those are sort of the main points to know in Shrine.